Okay. Okay, so this is actually, yeah, this is quite serious actually. I'm seeing a few things. There's a lot of, sorry about that noise. There's a lot of protection. I'm seeing protection here. I see that all the time in your readings, and it's very, very strong here. I'm feeling it very strongly. I don't know if you're protecting a child. It might be a child, it might be someone who's a lot more vulnerable than you, someone who needs your care and protection. I'm just looking at this throne, on this queen's throne, and there's a child's face on the side, and this child looks quite serious to me actually. So whoever it is that you're protecting, I think they might have seen some things that might have hurt them, or maybe they felt uncomfortable seeing something. I hate to say this to you, but I have to tell you what I see. I don't think this is hugely serious, whatever they're exposed to, because we've got the Page of Pentacles near this, so which can be about students or children, and they're looking forwards to the future. They know there's a bright future. There's a lot of sun, a lot of yellow in that card, gold. So I think whoever this says, they know that they're being protected, and they know that with you, when they're around you, they have a bright future. So they know that, and they know you're protecting them. The other thing I'm seeing on this card's freedom. Excuse me, freedom, escape to freedom. I'm seeing that. So, it might be that you escaped a bad situation and you're free of all of that now. And I think this person who you're protecting, they know that, and they appreciate that. They appreciate your protection. And also your protection's helping them to grow. It's helping them to be themselves. Because if you look at the crown on this queen, there are butterflies all around her crown. So it's like you've given them this protection, and that's given them the freedom to grow like a butterfly, so they can fly off and be themselves and grow, and then eventually fly away. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this. Okay, so the next card you have your past is the Six of Wands. Beautiful. So yeah, this is the victory card. So what this is telling me is you're doing a fantastic job, an amazing job. I think you've had to keep your head high as well. I think you've had to ignore a lot of things. There were some things that were being said about you, gossip, maybe talk, nasty kinds of things. You did this. You rose above this. I'm just looking at all these people holding up their wands, and yeah, I know it's supposed to be a victory parade, and you do have victory over this whole situation. But I think you had a lot of people who are on one side of something. I'm seeing two sides. They had one point of view, they're on one side, and you were on the other side. And there was a lot of talking, there were a lot of accusations, people talking. I'm just seeing this big crowd and they're all talking. So maybe there was a group of people talking and you had to kind of do your best to ignore them. Yeah, it's never easy to have to do that, but you did it. You rose above them, you held your tongue a few times. I think you nearly said something, but you didn't. And which is unlike you. I know you like to say things, but you didn't do that in this case. The big thing I'm seeing here is you should be really, really proud of yourself. You should feel victorious with this victory card. You've gotten through this, you've gotten through some really bad things, you've come out on top of this, and you've kept your head held high. This man's up on his high horse. I'm also seeing some kind of realization. It's like, I don't know if this is going to make sense, but it's like, I know who's at the center of this. I know what's happening. I know what's at the center of this. I know this thing. I don't have any proof, but I know this thing. I know this. That's what I'm getting. I think you'll come out. I think you'll see this evidence. I think it's going to come out and you'll see this. You'll see the proof. So you didn't at this time. You didn't have any proof, but you knew this was happening. The evidence is going to come out and you're going to see that. You're going to have the information in your hand. That's what I'm seeing, and it's going to feel like, oh, I knew it, and I have to keep this to myself. That's what I'm getting. So you're going to have to get this information, or you are going to get this, you're going to see this, and you're going to have to keep a lid on the information. That's what I'm getting. For a while anyway. That's what I'm seeing. And it's going to prove what you've always known. That's what I'm seeing now. Okay, so the last card you have, you passed, it's the Page of Pentacles. So I love this. This is all about promise. It's springtime. This page has a lot of hope in his heart. That's what I was seeing in the Queen of Swords again. I think one of the reasons why I'm getting all this optimism here is I think you do have this person you're protecting. You know that they love you. You know that they appreciate you. There's also someone else around you. This is someone who really cares about you. You do have some doubts sometimes. That's what I'm getting here. I'm just picking up on this kind of, it's a feeling of, are they really interested? I know they say they are, but I don't know. I want to believe it, but I don't know. There's something that feels a little bit fragile about this connection. Look at the way this page is holding up this coin. It's like he's a little bit afraid to hold it. He's afraid he's going to drop it or break it or something. So it might be that they don't use a lot of romantic language, or maybe they're a little bit quiet and they don't display a lot of how they feel a lot of the time. And that might make you feel a bit uneasy or unsure. Maybe it keeps you guessing a bit. I'm not picking up on any problems here if this is resonating with you, if you are in a love connection here. I don't think you have any reason to second guess this. What I'm getting is they feel more than they say. So I think they do keep a lot of things to themselves. I actually think you might have had someone in your past, a past relationship, and you really fell for this person. This is someone way back in your past. You really fell for this person. And they said everything to you. There were hearts and flowers. You're amazing. You're this, you're that. Their actions didn't live up to their words. That's what I'm seeing. So if this resonates with you, think about that. Think about the difference between this ex and this person who you have now. Think about which one you'd rather have. Do you want someone who talks, or do you want someone who acts? That's what I'm seeing. I know it sounds like I'm telling you off. I don't mean to do that. I'm just getting a lot of genuineness around this person, and I'm feeling the opposite around this ex. So that's what I want to show you, that contrast. You can't pick the best bits from this person and the best bits from that one and put them all together. It doesn't work like that. I know you know that. I know you're not trying to do that, but I'm getting a lot of questioning coming from you. A lot of questions going inside your mind. It's like, oh, I don't know. And I think you might be questioning unnecessarily. So I just wanted to show you what I was seeing there with what's happened in your past compared to what's happening now. So I just want to say that if that resonates with you. Okay, so the first card you have in your presence, the Two of Cups. Yeah, here we are. This is showing you this. There's a deep connection here. I don't know if you started as friends, or you might just be friends. It might just be developing. It's something that started as friends, or it might be that you're just really good friends as well as being together. There's a lot of deep conversations here. It's a head connection. That's what I'm seeing. It is a heart connection, but there is a big head connection. Deep conversations. When you have these conversations, you really understand where you're both coming from. I think you would like them to say more, but it's more of a romantic kind of thing that you're waiting to hear from them about, that you want them to say more on, I should say. There's a lot of healing in this card as well, and I think there's a lot of healing that still needs to be done on both sides, actually. With them, I think they're still getting over some things. I think with you, I think one of the reasons why you're getting these insecure feelings is because you are still healing from someone else, probably this ex that I was seeing in the Page of Pentacles. That doesn't mean you want them. That doesn't mean you want them back. It's just like a hangover of some bad things that you went through, and you still have to get through all of that and kind of come out the other side of that. It just takes time, that's all. But I think maybe there are still some things that can trigger you into this thinking, oh, things aren't going right in this relationship, they're going wrong, it's not going to work. All of that kind of thing. Be very, very careful of that kind of thinking. I don't want to scare you, but be careful of that. If you can't start thinking that, say, no, there's no evidence of this. There's no evidence that they're doing anything wrong. They've done nothing wrong, and they've said nothing wrong. They care about me. It's like, don't think things into existence that you don't want to have in your existence. So if you keep on saying this to yourself, oh, this is going wrong, this is going wrong, if you keep on questioning them, do you really love me, this and that and the other? Don't do that. Be very careful, because I know you're a very expressive person. You're a very yeah, you express yourself verbally very, very well. You're a very good word person. You're good at speaking. But be very careful of vocalizing what you don't want, because you might start to manifest that. I hope that makes sense, because I'm seeing this perceived negativity and these perceived kind of questions and insecurities, and they don't have to be there. So try to relax in what you have, if this is making sense to you, because I'm getting a lot of positivity around this connection. That's what I'm feeling. Okay, so the next card you have your presence judgment. Okay, this is quite interesting actually. This can be a bit, I see this card as like coming ready or not, you know, there's nowhere to hide. This angel's blowing his trumpet and we have to be there ready or not. It's like when the bell rings at school and no matter what you're doing, you have to stop and you have to go back in. Well, most people did anyway, or some people didn't. So this is following on a little bit from what I was seeing in the Six of Wands. It's this information that you're going to find out about. Something's going to be exposed. Some information's going to come to you. I don't know. I think it is you. You're going to come across this. Someone's might show you this. It might come out in that way. You're going to find out this, and yeah, it's going to confirm what you already knew. You knew in your heart this is what was happening, and this is confirming this for you. I think this person who this information's about might have tried to turn something around onto you at one time. You're going to get this information, that's what I'm seeing, and you're going to hold on to this. Now, I think this is going to come out eventually. It's not going to come out from you, I don't think, but it's going to come out from another source, and then you'll be able to, you'll feel a lot more relaxed about knowing this information. But yeah, it's going to come out, but you're not going to let it out. It's not going to be you that's going to let this out. That's what I'm seeing. And I think when you get this information, it's also going to show you that you've evolved and this person hasn't. That's what I'm getting around this as well. You've changed a lot. You've moved on from this person. They're still the same kind of person doing the same kind of things, some not very good things. So, yeah, so that's what I'm seeing. This whole thing, when this comes out again, you're going to be reminded of the time you had with this person, and you're going to look at this and say, wow, I feel as if I'm on a completely different planet from all of that now. It's a whole different life now. And that's what that's showing you as well. So that's a good thing that you're seeing that. But again, you're going to keep this to yourself. And it's going to feel like, oh, I've got proof, I know this now, it's 100% true, I know that now. That's what I'm getting in that. Now, I'm also seeing, I know this is going to sound strange, I'm seeing you keeping this, literally keeping this on you. So it might be some information that you have on your phone, you might screenshot something. And yeah, you're going to have the information on your person, on you. That's what I'm seeing there. Okay, I know that was very specific, but I had to say that because someone needs to hear that. This is big information. Okay, so the last card you have your presence, the Hanged Man. Yeah, again, look at this man. He's hiding something. His hands behind his back. So they were hiding something. They weren't being very smart about it, because it's going to come out to you, and it's going to come out later on generally as well. People are going to find out about all of this. And again, here's this light bulb around this this hanged man's head, and you're going to make this discovery, and it's like, okay, I know this now. The light bulb's gone off. I know this for sure. This is proof. Again, you're going to think really carefully about this information. I don't think you're going to do anything about this. You're just going to keep it on yourself. I think there are some volatile people around this person, problematic people, and I think you might be tempted to say something, but I don't think you will. Yeah, you're going to keep this to yourself, absolutely, and that's very wise, very, 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 very wise thing for you to do. Yeah, that's all I really have to say in that card. It's kind of evidence once again, information, finding this out, keeping it to yourself, holding back like this hanged man, and knowing that they've had this information held behind their backs. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so the first card you have in your future is the Chariot. Yeah, here's this really strong sense of protection. I think think you're also protecting this person from this other person that this information's about. That's what I'm getting as well. So you're protecting yourself, you're protecting this other person as well. Again, this is showing me protect yourself, move away from anyone who's going to talk about this, anyone who's going to ask you questions, because you're going to be tempted to say something, but you have to keep this to yourself. I keep on seeing these volatile people, problematic people, difficult people. I think they're people that are around this person that this information is about, and they enable this person. There's a little bubble around them. People like to protect them. They're the difficult, volatile people. That's what I'm seeing. Keep this to yourself. You're not in danger, don't worry about that. But if it comes out, it's not going to be the right thing for you. So keep that to yourself. And you are going to do that. You are going to do that. That's what I'm seeing. This man in the chariot, he's surrounded by this box. So that's what you're going to be doing. I'm seeing the same thing all through this reading. So this is something that's big, really big. It's information that has to go out to someone. Okay, so the next card you have, your future, is the Fool. I love this. So, okay, so this is what I'm seeing here. Firstly, there's probably even more information that's going to come out. More things are going to be revealed to you. I'm seeing one thing and it's sort of opening up. It's sort of like a paper chain of events. It just makes me think of, when you're a child and you fold up a big long piece of paper and then you cut out a shape, like a shape of a person or a star or something at Christmas time or something. And then you open it up and everything's all linked together like a big chain. That's what's going to happen. So it's like this one thing is going to open up. You'll have that information. That's going to come out. And then there's more that's going to come out. There's more information that's going to come out. They've been hiding a lot of things, this person. If you look at the sun on this card, it's just in the corner of this card. It's a quarter of a sun. That's all we can see. And, it's not a whole sun. And the sun can symbolize shedding light onto things, bringing things out into the open, showing people things, revealing things. So there's more to come. You're only seeing a quarter of the information. There's more that's going to be revealed here. And I think this is also a warning to be on alert. Watch out for this thing coming out. This Fool has his back to the sun, so he's not seeing what's happening. So be on alert, watch out. You'll see more things coming out. And don't be a fool about this. Keep your eyes open. So even though this is probably about someone you don't really care about at all, that's an understatement, I think. They haven't treated you very well. I can see that here. Don't ignore this information. Keep it to yourself. Keep a lid on it. Keep this evidence. There's some reason why you have to keep this. It's going to be good for you to keep this information for some reason. There might be something that comes out in the future and you might be accused, because I was seeing in the judgment card that maybe this person put things around onto you or put things back onto you. They won't be able to do this if you have this evidence on you. I think that might be what that's about. So keep this on yourself. Be alert. Watch out for these things when they come out. Okay, so the last card you have, your future, is the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, this is all about this. This is really big. So, if this is making sense to you, really, really look out for this. Keep on top of this. You do have some people who care about you. They're on your side. I think it's going to be very important. You're also going to have some people around you who, they're on your side, but they like to talk. They like to gossip. They like to tell stories. Keep away from those people, or keep this information well away from any of those people. You're going to have people asking you questions. Oh, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear that thing came out? Oh, did you hear this? Oh, did you hear so-and-so said that? Don't say anything to those people. So there are going to be people close to you who are fine. There are going to be some close to you who are not fine. So be very careful. This is about sorting out the ones that you can trust and the ones that you can't. And it's not that they're not trustworthy, it's just that they like to talk a lot. So be very, very careful. A lot of this information feels very confidential as well. Very, very confidential, and also quite explosive. So keep it all to yourself. Don't be afraid. I don't want you to be worried about this, but keep it to yourself. It's big information, very, very big information. Don't ignore this. Keep this on yourself, on your person. You're going to need this later on. That's what I'm seeing, but don't show it to the wrong people. So really, really work out who you can trust. You're going to need those people who you can trust around you to vent to talk to, for them to support you so that you can work out what you want to do with this, and just so that you can have this and not feel so stressed about all of this, because it's stressful holding on to information. It really is, but you're going to have to do this. It's very big information. Handle this very, very carefully. Handle yourself carefully and handle what you say carefully. That's the most important thing here. Again, you're not going to have to hold onto this forever. It is going to come out. You can breathe a sigh of relief, but then, even then, keep that information on you, because I'm getting this feeling that you're going to need this later on for some reason.